I'm about to show you the last seconds of Rajon Belt Stubblefield's life, an unarmed black man who was killed by Aurora police just a few miles from where I live. Now, in the racist world that we live in, where an unarmed black man resisting arrest is somehow a more heinous crime than anything that Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer did because he immediately got executed, whereas they got a trial, you have a case to back your little Blue Lives Matter talking points, maybe, until this point. What was that? Tell me, in what world is that de-escalation? No non-lethal options, no tackling the brother because he had his back turned, putting him in cuffs so everybody goes about their day without being vicariously traumatized by witnessing a murder, including his son, who was present at the scene. So are black people not allowed to notice the kind of grace that non-black people get when they physically assault the police and somehow end up alive? Aurora Police Department is the same police department that killed Elijah McClain so many years ago, causing our Black Lives Matter protest. And since they have stepped the measures that would have corrected the department, they whole stepped their way into this mess. I want to reiterate, if you're justifying this cop's actions with your little Blue Lives Matter brainwashing, you have to then tell me how what Rajon did was worse than anything that a serial killer or a terrorist did who got a trial by jury and wasn't executed on sight. You know what Rajon Belt Stubblefield has in common with George Floyd, besides being a black man in America who was unarmed and killed by the police in broad daylight? It's that he was a victim, but he wasn't the perfect victim. No. Only perfect victims, only those of us who were absolutely sinless, who never resisted arrest, never took a picture that looked a little bit thuggish, never had anything wrong with their background. Those are the only ones that get the sympathy of the greater American population. And I think that that needs examining. And before you come on here talking about, oh, you guys never protest black on black crime, only when the cops kill a black person. We do, can't tell you how many Heal the Hood marches and freaking gang truces I've been to. And the second thing is this. There's a moral difference between somebody who's paid to serve and protect by tax dollars and somebody who is just a person from the population who will get prosecuted to the full extent of the law and thrown in jail. See the difference? And for all of those who say, well, don't get upset, violence doesn't solve everything. Like I said with Luigi, violence solves things for the powerful all the time. It's only when the powerless start contemplating violence when we run into problems. Because outside of taking to the streets with that kind of energy, there's something that we could do. We could pass legislation right now that takes the settlements for wrongful death suits when cops kill civilians unjustly out of their pensions and retirement funds. Why is nobody talking about that? Because at this point in time, the civilian is literally paying the cop for his time on the job when he took the person's life. They're paying for his time off when he gets paid administrative leave. And then they're paying out of the tax dollars for when the settlement gets done and justice occurs, right? I don't think so. They got to know that the risk calculus changes when you take somebody's life. You're going to look for that out of your retirement. Don't come to the people for help. Because how else are they going to reform? These people are not afraid of our tears and sorrow. I think they get high off of it. I think it's like fuel to them. No other tax-paid public servant gets to kill an unarmed civilian because they said they fear for their life. Why do cops get that privilege? If you like what I said here, please share this message out because there's a media blackout of Rajon Belt Stubblefield's murder at the national level. And I need you guys to overcome that censorship with the power of the people. Please like, follow, and share this video out. I'm Theo E.J. Wilson. Until next time.